Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Cam Legend, and in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the word will. Now, I'm going to be showing you how words connect, how words connect through symbolism. If you're aware of any of my work online or seen any of my IG stories, you'll see how I always show how words connect through logos, symbolism, numbers, and how everything is pretty much unified. And unfortunately, most people are left-brained, which means they only see things logically and rationally. And this isn't optimal, especially moving forward into the new age we're moving into now. You need to start harmonizing knowledge. Now, this is important because symbolism reigns supreme. It rules the subconscious mind. And unfortunately, if you do not know where these words come from and you use them aimlessly, you are manifesting a reality that is not optimal for you. However, you are being submitted to your own will due to the lack of knowledge of your subconscious mind, which is not anybody's fault. I'm here to share knowledge. Now, the word will is very powerful, and if we exert our will to get things done, to create our reality, we are in sync. Now, the first way to know if you're out of sync is to know how does your spirit feel. When you're being told to do this, being told to do that, do you feel out of alignment? Because if you're out of alignment, it means that you're out of line with your true higher self. And I'm going to be showing you how to use these words efficiently, effectively, and by being mindful of the words you say and knowing when to use these words for empowerment of yourself. Now, let me go into this. I'm going to be using different sciences, I like to say sciences, because gematria is a science, symbolism is a science, sacred geometry is a science, mathematics is a science, and then we have this hidden maritime law of science that only selected few people know. So, with that ado, let me go into this video. So, the word will adds up to 56 in gematria. And there are many gematrias, but the gematria I'm using today is the standard English ordinal gematria, which is A equals 1, B equals 2, C equals 3. Now, what we do after we find the whole number, which is 56, we reduce it. Reduction of numbers will coincide with the fact that numbers are highly numerical and we need to get down to either a single root or a double number. But these numbers that are reduced also have its own energy of its own. Everything in this reality is energy, frequency, and vibration. And if we get to this point of consciousness where we understand that everything is energy, even a few numbers, we then quickly ascend. Now, 11 is a master number, which I've written here. Okay, and a master number is to be in sync. So you have people that always see 1111 on the clock, and 222 and 333. In a nutshell, this is synchronicity from a higher energy. Some people call this spiritual guides or things of this nature. It just means you're waking up to this matrix that everything is not really what it seems. It's more simulated. And the more you put attention onto these numbers, the more you'll see these numbers appear in your life. The same way, the more you enjoy something that is a hobby or anything, the more you have opportunities to do this and more you'll grow. The same way you can be a musician. The more time you spend practicing the keyboard, the more you learn, the more you be attracted to things that are to do with the piano, maybe being a piano player at an event and things like that. This is how things manifest. It manifests from that small seed. And 11 being in sync, the word sync is another name for the moon. The moon synchronizes our reality. How does it synchronize our reality? Through Sin, which is the moon, and Chronos, which is Saturn. And the more attention you put onto it, your awareness of things, the more you will see this feedback loop. So to continually exert your will comes with being in sync with yourself, being in sync with your routines and things of this nature. And what you're going to realize is exerting your will comes with duality. People may even see the word will and feel there's a connotation to that, a negative connotation to that. And I will get into that later down in the video. But exerting your will means you have to let go of some shackles that are holding you down. And when you start to exert your will, you're going to learn that there's a lot of forceful energy that is going to have to... There's going to be a lot of forceful energy to begin this process, because you have to get all the things that are out of alignment with yourself and then steadily rise this energy up. And to really understand how to exert your will morally, it starts with the breaking down of these words. Now, W is the 23rd letter in the alphabet. Why is this important? Because we are made up of water. 70 to 80% they say, and due to the dehydrated society of people overeating and not drinking enough water and things of this nature, it's pretty much down to 60% as a collective consciousness. And if you do not have enough water in your system, you have clouded judgment. You're not clearing your thoughts. Water is known as purification. So when you see the word W, you need to understand what is the symbolism attached to the word W. Wind, will. So if you're able to master the energy inside of you through nutrition, which I always talk about in my videos, you then start to move into alignment. What else is W associated with? It's associated with your emotions. Water, emotions. Going through the motions, ebb and flow, tides. We can never be in the constant vibration that we like to be, unfortunately. Sometimes we feel high in energy, sometimes we feel low. This can be down to cosmic laws and just collective consciousness dragging us down and things of this nature. But as long as we are able to be aware of this thought and know that we are observer of our bodies, we still can constantly go through the motions and get to the end goal. And what controls water? The moon. So the moon controls the water, which is a reflection. That's why I've done the line. And the letter M is the 13th letter in the alphabet. The letter W, like I said, is the 23rd letter in the alphabet. Now, this is not by coincidence, okay? So, everything is a reflection of light. This is how this reality works. And once you start learning symbolism within the alphabet, you'll start to unlock and decode this matrix. So if you see the number 3, if I was to turn this 90 degrees to the right, you see the number 3. You also see the number 3 below here. That's why I've written it down. So 3 is also known as the diamond, the triangle, to positively uplift your trajectory in life. And I'll get into that later, I'm just still breaking down these words. So 3 is known as, mind, body, soul, or mind, body, spirit, above, below, casuality, now. 3 is a magic number. And we have many examples for the energy of 3. So 3 is to be in tune with yourself, because if your mind is not in check, there's a good chance your body isn't in check. If your body isn't in check, it means you're a lost soul. Not being rude, I'm just saying it in the sense that, there has to be harmony within all these 3s. And all it takes is being in alignment. So once you're able to get to the root cause of things, it now helps your progression and your ascension progress. Then we also have the word I, the letter I. So we need to master our emotions. We need to master our nutrition. We need to master our mind, which is another word linked with W. What else is linked with the word W and M and W? Mood. And what else do we have? Money, which is just an exchange of energy. Okay? So, when you look at the letter M or W, know it's a reflection of the same light. Okay? Then we have the letter I. I is also known as 9, and it's the 9th letter in the alphabet. I9, and we also have the word divine. Okay? And 9 is also known as the number of spiritual enlightenment and wholesomeness. And it's also the observer of the reality of the eye of the eye. So in order to know how this matrix works, you need to be looking top down. And these words, alphabet, it comes from the Greek words alpha, beta. And when we use these words, we're only using the alpha, beta consciousness of our minds. So words come off effortlessly and easily, but at the same time, we are spellcasting our reality. So this is why you need to be speaking positively, and you need to master this first letter before we can get to the I. So you could be the eye of the I and know what you're affirming with your I am. What do you associate with your I am? Firstly, I associate with I am no thing. I am not put in any box. I am not black. I am not Muslim. I am not this. I am not that. And people will see you and see the names that are associated with you and put you in a box. Okay? And the first thing is I am the I of the I. And when all is said is done, I will be going back up to the I. So we have to realize that the I is the all. So if you associate yourself with, oh, I'm not good at this, I'm not good at that, guess what? The reality that you live in is going to co-create to make that reality come true. So before you exert your will, how's your emotions? What do you identify with? What do you internalize? Okay? Anything you see with the I is talking about you. Okay? So this is it. Identity, internalize, intuition. Intuition is to do with your gut, emotions. So W and I goes hand in hand. Okay? We then have the letter L. 12 has a lot of things that are associated with it. There's 12 numbers on the clock. There's 24 hours in a day, LL. We are against time, essentially. So when you're exerting your will, what are you doing during this time? What are you doing throughout the day? What are you doing with your 24 hours? Okay? So that's very interesting that there's 2 L's. This English language is bastardized. It's taken different languages from pretty much Latin, Arabic, Sanskrit, and then it's just putting it all together. So nothing is by chance. What are you doing in these 24 hours? Okay, we have the word love. What do you like and love to do? Okay, what are you trying to get out of your reality? You also have the word lust. And you can be thinking lust is to do with sexual energy and being primitive and doing something that you do based on, spur of the moment and things of this nature. But sexual energy can be shown in different forms of light, and that could just be ego. Maybe you want to be a rapper just to get girls, but that is basically done because of lust. So every action we have is based on sexual energy, to be honest. And this is a topic for another day. But you need to know there's no differentiation between sexual energy and exerting your will and manifesting, because everything comes from this life force. And with sexual energy, there comes security, there comes, going higher up in the food chain, in your workplace and things of this nature. It's all status quo. Then if you're able to get past the ego, you'll then use your sexual energy for spiritual enlightenment to see the deeper secrets to the universe. Okay? So you also have the word life. Life came from this L. This L is also known as a V. This V is also known as Venus, that makes the formation to create life. Okay? And I'll break that down in another video. Let's stay on topic. We also have the word luck. Luck is an illusion. We create our own reality. There's no such thing as coincidence. And if you see the word luck, realize that you also have the word Lucifer. And Lucifer is the angel of light. And before you get scared, think this and that, well, Lucifer is also known as phosphorus. Phosphorus has this word pH, photons. Photons is the way I'm speaking to you right now through my camera. Photons is the way how we see things through these 7 rays of light. Okay? So light can be an illusion. Love can be an illusion. Love can be an illusion. Differentiating between what is love and lust comes with experience and mindful thinking. And so does luck. Luck is based on preparation. Okay? And your subconscious mind, what you feel in your subconscious mind. Okay, so I'm glad I broke down these words. Let me get into the symbols. So we have what we see as car. And the way car is formed based off some channeling is that it's an L and it's another reflected L. This L is also known to be a container. If you look at it, this is containing energy. Okay? And this is staying in check with yourself emotionally and containing this energy for a certain period of time. This could be simply me trying to finish this video, and this is like my second time making it, the flipping battery done out and all of that. So I have to exert my will to get this video done. And what you also have to realize is that Ka is also known as life force, presence, energy. The word Ka comes from Egypt, and this was the symbol for Ka. You may see this symbol for when people say I surrender. Okay? And this life force energy allows your energy to go up and down, and you're able to breathe. Because life force in its essence is the prana, it is the breath. And if you're able to master your breath and your breathing, you will be able to exert your will. Okay? So Ka can also be known as charisma, character. Okay? And in ancient Kemet, they wrote things like this: KMT. That's how they wrote Kemet. Kemet is also known as Egypt today. And later down the line, people realized that we need these vowels. So then the E came in to Kemet. Okay? So now, this is important. This container is important because when you put that on top of it, you now have a square. And energy in this reality is based on the square. 3D matrix. You always hear this term, right? This is how the universe works. Yes, we have these four corners. These four corners. Okay? These four corners are also 90-degree angles, which are different variations of light. Okay? Because the word angles can also be associated with the word angel. So now we're talking about the four elements in alchemy, which would be fire, earth, water, air. And in order to preserve your energy and exert your will, you need to be a master magician of these four elements. Okay? So this is how energy works. It's always in constant rotation. This is how this reality works. Constant rotation, constant rotation, constant rotation. And people that are in habitual loops, negative ones, they are in this constant rotation of lack of will and lack of consciousness. Okay? And people will say, you know, this person's in the matrix, he's stuck in the box. Because he can't think outside of the box because he's in this constant rotation. And this is how energy works. It works like this in this reality, these four corners, or we also have the spiral effect. Okay? So, yeah, for the most part, when you want to contain energy, you put it in a box. And this is how the powers that be use energy to dumb down the masses. They put you in a box from the day you're born. And they utilize sacred geometry and understanding of mathematics and shapes. Okay? I also saw that the two L's reflected now creates a pitchfork. And again, the pitchforks is the two horns in your head, the anterior horns. And that is symbolic for your mind. I know there's going to be people saying, oh, devil this, devil that. Go check what the word devil means in etymology and realize that polarity is in everything. Okay? And this is why I say you need to be morally in check. And Ka is symbolic for being morally in check. By mastering your prana, you will know that exerting your will comes with responsibility. And God will never show anything to you that you're not ready for in this ascension process if you don't master yourself anyway. Because exerting your will can backfire. What do you want to manifest? Does it hurt people in a way? Are you stabbing people in the back metaphorically and things of this nature? Or are you using your energy, and is your energy coming from a place of love, real love? Okay? Now, let's conclude this now. Let's finish this up and then conclude. Magic numbers. The tetrahedral. The tetrahedral is also known as the triangle. And the number 56 is a magic number in mathematics. And what we have to realize is that the triangle is one of the most powerful symbols in the world. The triangle also means manifestations. The triangle also means fire. The triangle is also shown in molecular structures. And the triangle is also known as the tetra. And the tetra is the yaw, and in Greek, and the Greeks call this the tetrix, and the T, it can also be known as tau. T is symbolic for to extend, to grow, to build. And if we can build, we can grow. And the way to grow is to understand energy. If you look on the back of a dollar bill, you see a triangle, a pyramid. If you're aware of business, you've heard of the pyramid scheme. Why is the pyramid so symbolic? Because it's based upon numbers. And a pyramid scheme would always be infinite because of the sacred geometry of mathematics that is associated with the triangle. Now, this triangle can also be applied to your life. You have infinite possibilities, and as long as you stack upon these grids of energies, you will continually grow. So extend your knowledge. Even the number 4, I just talked about that. You have the triangle, and this is how symbolism works. We see symbolism in everything. Okay? So let me conclude. Be in sync. Master your emotions. Identify with positive things. Understand what is love, what do you really want, what is ego, what is of the higher self. Okay? Letters and numbers. Understanding that numbers have energies that is associated with. After this video or in your free time, you can go check on numbers and see what it's associated with. Numbers are essentially symbols. Okay? And onto symbols. Understanding that letters came from symbols. Okay? And I'll show you an example. A is also an inverted symbol. This symbol can be known as the yoke. It can be known as the ox. This is also known as the bull. So there's a similarity between this symbol and this symbol. And essentially, it's our life force, our life energy. We came from the one. Okay, so that's another symbol there. Also, angles of light. Understanding that every angle has a different kind of light. For example, if somebody is narrow-minded, that means they have a smaller degree of light. Acute angle. What is an acute angle? It's a small angle of light. So we need to elevate these degrees to see the different formations of light. And the triangle. We must constantly build and extend and grow in all walks of life, mentally, spiritually, and physically. And then we can then exert our will in harmony. And with that being said, peace. If you're looking to get a name reading, I have a link in the description box. And I also do subconscious programming, reprogramming, to help alleviate the programming that was given to you by the Matrix through various techniques. And as you can see, heavy sinking your mind means that you're fluid. Your brain is malleable, neuroplasticity. So if we can get to this point, it helps us problem solve. It helps us assess things and discern with better judgment. I also do consultations too. So yeah, if you like this video, you know what to do. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that. Peace.